Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I kind of want to talk to you guys about something that I've been thinking about recently, and that is what would happen if Amber Marshall left Heartland. Because unlike a lot of shows, Heartland is different. Heartland is not about, in my opinion anyway, one particular character. It is about a family, and that includes many of course, cast members and also characters as well. So recently I've been thinking, Graham Wardle left the show and the show is still going on. Granted, there's some people that have stopped watching and some people think it's not as good since Graham left, but it's still airing and probably will continue to air for many more seasons, in my own opinion. But what would happen if Amber Marshall left the show? Would the show be able to survive if Amber decided, for whatever reason, that it was time for her to move on and not star in the new season of Heartland? Now, before I continue, I need to remind you guys to please leave a like on the video if you enjoy and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more videos like this in the future. So when it comes to Heartland, as I said in the beginning of the video, normally TV shows normally have one or two main characters that the show focuses on. But Heartland is not that. Heartland has always been a show that is about many different characters because it is about a family living on a ranch. So therefore, it is about, equally, in my opinion, each member of the family. You have Jack, you have Lou, you have Lisa, you had Georgie, and you have Katie, and all the members of the Fleming, Bartlett, Morris extended family. But to a lot of Heartland fans, I hear you screaming at me and leaving hate comments that Hannah, Amber, and Amy is the main character of Heartland, and I think a lot of people view Amy as the main character of Heartland. But because the way Heartland is written, I don't think she is. And if Amber decided to leave the show for whatever reason, I'm not saying she is, I doubt she ever will. If she decided to leave the show for whatever reason, would the show be able to continue? Would there be able to be more seasons? And the answer to that, in my opinion, is yes. And it comes back to what I just said. Heartland is not about one singular character, but in order for Heartland to succeed without Amber Marshall, in my opinion, the writing would have to be 10 times better than it is right now. And that's just me being honest with you, because Amber Marshall, to the majority of Heartland fans, I think, carries the show. It is possible, though, with some very creative writing, I will add, that Heartland could continue without Amber, but what would need to happen they would need to rely on the younger characters, and that is why for the last couple of years I've been saying that with each new season I'm really disappointed when they don't develop the younger characters like Logan, like Katie, and Parker. Now they were, and then they stopped. And that worried me a little bit, because as Heartland continues and as the seasons go on, the older characters like Sean Johnston as Jack Bartlett, and maybe Michelle Morgan as Lou Fleming, and Amber Marshall, of course, as Amy Fleming, they are going to want to move on naturally, the same way Graham Wardle did. So if Heartland wants to be on for many more years to come and be a multi-generational show that crosses generational boundaries, which it already has, honestly, then they need to rely on the younger characters, kind of like they did with Amy and Ty, and creating that whole storyline and creating the next generation of Heartland as they did with Amy and Ty in, Heartland's seasons 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they need to do that again with the younger characters that are left, like Katie, Logan, Parker, maybe, and Lindy, of course, you can't forget Lindy. But in order for them to do that, they need to start developing these characters. So that's why in season 18, I'm hoping that we get to see more of Logan and Katie and Parker and Lindy, but not just as supporting cast. I want to see flushed out storylines that are not just secondary thoughts, but are the main storylines for season 18. That, in my opinion, would be the best scenario for season 18, and it would be the best kind of way for the writers to tell us, hey, we have a plan for many more seasons, and guess what? It includes these characters as the main characters of the show. So that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. I know this video was a bit different than my normal videos, but it was just something that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to make a video on to get you guys in on the discussion. Let me know what you guys think. If Amber did decide to leave the show, do you think Heartland could continue? Why or why not? With that being said, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.